and overcast with dense fog in the east, and the outlook remains dry but turning colder. All the details of that and more live from Blenheim Palace. No, unfortunately not a nightclub. Even for me, this will be way too late for me to be staying out. But I'm at Blenheim Palace. It is absolutely beautiful. The projections on the house behind me actually go to music, but there's no music on this morning because that would give the sound man a complete nightmare. But there's a whole light projection here and a huge trail as well. Now inside, we'll be going inside later, they have the Nutcracker theme. So every single room is a different part of the Nutcracker story, and it is absolutely beautiful. We'll be seeing that later on this morning, but there's a whole trail. It is 1.5 miles long. There are a Christmas tree, there's light arches, there's a whole field of roses, and also here where I am this morning, there's the beautiful line of all of these stars as well. In total, there are 1 million twinkling lights here on the trail. We'll be exploring more of those as we head through the morning on what is here a cloudy and mild one. So let's take a look at the weather and how things are going as we head through the rest of the week and into the weekend. High pressure dominates, and that keeps it dry, keeps weather fronts at bay, and actually the winds are relatively light. But the wind direction is critical because it comes to more of an easterly through the coming days, and that brings in some much colder air. Clear skies around this time of year, though, mean a frost. Cloudy skies keep things mild. So for today, there's a real divide with how things are looking. It's worth pointing out for eastern areas of England with clear skies, temperatures have fallen to 0 or below. But here we have fog. It developed overnight. It's widespread, 100 metres visibility, slow going on the roads, and a warning from the Met Office for much of eastern England through East Anglia as well, for the really, really poor visibility is on your drive. So if you are heading out first thing and the warning's until midday, just allow extra time and extra space whilst driving. Elsewhere, though, it is cloudy and mild to start, and as we head through the day, quite a divide in our weather. Scotland and Northern Ireland largely dry with sunny spells. England and Wales, cloudy and overcast. Eastern areas, that fog will slowly lift, perhaps just lingering on the east coast. And temperature-wise today, down in the last few days, we're looking at around about 12 degrees. The outlook through this evening and overnight, we repeat it all over again. The low cloud mist and fog rolls back in, a misty, murky night for eastern areas, mild where we keep that cloud. And the outlook into the weekend, Sean, is looking largely dry, if not colder and cloudy.
Good news, Laura.
Good morning to you. We are at Blenheim Palace today on the beautiful Christmas light trail. Starry skies here, but actually for many of us, it's pretty cloudy. Not much of a glimpse of them. And actually the outlook for the next few days remains the same. It's settled, it's largely dry, high pressure dominates, and it's that keeps those weather fronts at bay, keeping it largely dry. But we import a lot of cloud, and that wind direction, I've been talking about it for the last few days, slowly changes, coming in from more of an easterly, and that brings in some colder air as we head through the next few days. So our temperatures tend to step their way down. But this is how it looks first thing this morning. It is cloudy for many of us, and it is foggy in the east. It's so foggy, visibility is down to 100 metres for large parts of eastern England, all the way from the Humber through East Anglia as well. And temperatures here have fallen below freezing, so freezing fog as well, which is notoriously stubborn to clear. So warnings from the Met Office for how dense and widespread the fog is, and that lasts until midday today. So if you are heading out on a journey first thing, it is worth pointing out that there is very, very poor visibility. So let's take a look at how the next 7 days pan out for Scotland, Northern Ireland and for northern areas of England. The big trend, a downward spiral in our temperatures, particularly by day and also by night. Looking at our percentage chance of rainfall, well, it remains relatively low for the next few days. Cloud thick enough at times to give some drizzle, but generally it is dry. Outlook further south for the next 7 days. Again, temperature-wise, the big story here is that temperatures tend to tail off as we head through the weekend and into next week as well. And again, percentage chance of rainfall remains low. So the outlook is to be very cloudy. Outbreaks of drizzle at times, particularly foggy as we head through the coming nights. With clear spells, we could see some mist and fog developing as well as a frost, and the outlook stays fairly dry for many of us too. Good morning to you. We are live at Blenheim Palace on the beautiful Christmas trail here this morning inside the stunning Cathedral of Lights. Now, weather-wise, we are treated this morning to a mild start to the day, but it's very different right across the country. Clear or cloud makes a difference of around about 10 degrees first thing this morning. So the latest satellite and radar picks out eastern areas. Your eye probably drawn to that area of white. That is fog. Foggy from the Humber through Lincolnshire into East Anglia. A warning from the Met Office. Visibility is down to 100 metres. So allow extra space for your journey and extra time as well. With the clear skies there, temperatures have fallen below freezing, but with the cloudy skies, temperatures holding up at around about 8 or 9 degrees. So like I said, a 10-degree difference. Through the day today, Scotland and Northern Ireland largely dry with sunny spells. England and Wales remaining pretty cloudy, some breaks out towards the west, and that slow cloud in the east slow to clear, and a little cooler today than yesterday, highs of 12. And the outlook as we head into the weekend, well, the coming night, fog becomes more widespread, more dense. By day, we've got plenty of sunshine in the north, but staying fairly cloudy and cool in the south. Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. I'm live at Blenheim Palace this morning on their Christmas trail. The palace lit up behind me is spectacular. There's a whole light display that goes to music on a trail that is 1.5 miles long. Weather-wise, though, it is mild this morning, but that's where we are. There's a big difference right across the country with clear or cloudy skies. Clearest skies are through eastern areas of England, and here that giving rise to fog, dense, freezing fog for some areas. A warning from the Met Office, visibility down to 100 metres. So you'll need extra time for your journey and to allow extra space as well, but some 10 degrees milder with cloudier skies further south and west. Now, as we head through the day, three things happen. Scotland and Northern Ireland, sunny spells develop where it's largely dry. England and Wales, by and large, overcast and cloudy, perhaps brightening a little by this afternoon. And through eastern areas, that fog lifts, but perhaps lingering along the coast. And today's temperatures between around about 8 and 12 degrees, but 4 or 5 under those cloudy skies in the east. The outlook into the weekend, cooler for all of us, cloudy in the south, sunny spells in the north, and staying largely dry. Good morning, yes, and I have come inside Blenheim Palace, where it is decked out beautifully for Christmas. The theme this year is the Nutcracker, and it's absolutely beautiful. A whole host of rooms with dazzling twinkling lights, and the theme continues throughout. We're seeing more of that through the morning. Now, weather-wise, when you step out today, there is a huge difference between whether it's clear or cloudy and whether it's warm or cold to start the day. First thing this morning, the satellite picks out fog through eastern areas of England, where temperatures have fallen below freezing, -1, -2 degrees. That's where the clear skies have developed. But for southern areas, for England and Wales, by and large, it is cloudy and mild to start the day, some 10 degrees warmer. Now, through the day today, Scotland and Northern Ireland, largely dry with sunny spells. England and Wales, pretty cloudy, but staying mild. 11 or 12 degrees are high. Eastern areas, that fog stubborn to clear and burn back to the coast. Overnight tonight, we do it all over again. The mist and fog rolls back in, turning a little further in towards the Midlands. That'll be dense, like to see more warnings for that. But the outlook into the weekend, although it's largely dry, it turns colder for many of us, with a fair bit of cloud, particularly in the south. Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. I'm inside Blenheim Palace, where they are decked out and themed for the Nutcracker. This is the land of sweets, but outside is pretty much the land of cloud, mist and fog. Weather-wise, the next few days stay pretty cloudy, largely dry, but turning colder for all of us. First thing this morning, dense fog through eastern areas. That'll be slow to clear and we lift as we head through the day. And temperatures here, -1 or -2 degrees. Elsewhere, a mild start to the day with cloudy skies. Today, Scotland and Northern Ireland dry with sunny spells. England and Wales cloudy, and that fog slow to clear in the east.